Alrighty, howdy ho everybody. We're here. Hope you can join us. We're here inside Mythscroll from Seedborne Games. I almost said Mythborne, but no, this is Mythscroll. Seedborne is a developer, a single developer game. And we're going to get a chat goal going here. Let's say, we're going to do, I don't know, for 5 chats, 5 super chats, any color for the next hour. That means that I will, let's see, I'll stream again tomorrow. That sounds good to me. Okay, so hope everybody's doing well today. Let me fix something here. The volume is a little loud in my ear. There we go. Turn it down just a little bit more. You'll have to let me know how the volume is doing on your side. Every time we start a new game, we do have to kind of fiddle with that a little bit. All right, so this is Mythscroll. I played the demo for this game back in Steam Next Fest earlier this year. The developer of the game is a single person, was pleased with the video that I did and gave me a copy of the full release version. It came out, I believe, August last month, I think is when it came out. I've been having some problems with my foot and things, and I've been a little bit behind schedule in getting things produced. But I do want to take a look at this full version of the game, and I thought it'd be fun to do as a stream. Here's our previous character. Let's go ahead and do another one. Let's create a brand new one so that you see the whole experience that is Mythscroll. This, oh, excuse me, I have an itch. This is, of course, a role-playing game. It is a visual text adventure, essentially a text game, but it does have a visual interface, which is pretty nice. So we're going to start at the top, and we're going to put in a name. We're going to call this person Rocinante. This is our other alternate ego on the channel. Signature weapon. This is filled in for us based on choices we make down here. We have, let's start with the race. We can choose human, elf, orc, or dwarf. Last time I did a human, and I'm not sure. We probably, I don't know. Maybe we should do that again. Might be the best. I don't know if the cities in the game are tied to any particular race. I'm not sure. But at any rate, maybe we should try something different. Let's go with an elf. You see, as it fills in, it tells you the languages you know. So if you choose these, so every race apparently knows common. And you can learn more languages as you go. Notice also your attributes are tied to your race. So human, we start with 4s, and then the 6 in charisma and 1 in luck. An elf gets a bonus to dex and intelligence, a hit to charisma and luck. Is luck always 0? No, the human has the luck of 1. The orc, hello Kyle. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you are having a wonderful day. I'm glad that you're here. This is a brand, it's a new game. It's been out for about a month or so. I did the demo back in Next Fest, I think in June. The dwarf, interesting. The dwarf has a strength. No, it has the same strength as everybody else, but it has higher constitution than human, higher intelligence than human. Interesting. Lower charisma, lower luck. The only critter with any luck stat is the human, so I think we're going to go with that. The class, we have things that you've seen before. Barbarian. And this is going to fill in our signature weapon and starting equipment load. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. The bard is a whip-based person. Starts with a little more gold. Starting gold changes as well. And the magic type, musical magic, no magic for barbarian. And there are some changes to skills as well as we go through here. Basically, I think it's, from my experience in the demo, probably the best thing is to just pick the class that you like. But I'll go through here so you can see all of these. Now, if we choose the druid, it also gives us the Sylvan Tongue. And the druid is a scythe class, apparently. The cleric, which is what my default character was in the demo, is a mace type person, and they know the celestial language. I guess, I think that's like the language of the gods in this. The knight is, well, a tank. The ranger, and these classes also affect your attributes too, so you pay attention to that. The cleric, a high int, high luck. Oh, is there anything that works on my charisma? I wanted to focus kind of on charisma. Who has the best charisma? A human bard. That makes sense, doesn't it? You know, we might do that. Let's do a bard. Let's do a bard. I am interested to do magic user also, but I want to test something specific, and that has to do with charisma. So I will get to that. When we get into it, I'll show you what I mean by that. And then there's age. You can actually play a child, and obviously that affects your stats. Teenager, young adult, an adult. A young adult has a boost in dex and lower intelligence, but an adult swaps those points. An older adult gets more intelligence but less constitution, and an elder gets more intelligence still but less strength and con. Let's just go with a adult, kind of right in the middle. Body type, petite, slim. This is mostly affecting stats, looks like. Athletic, stocky, heavy set. We want the charisma to stay. Interesting that the charisma is lower on the athletic build. I want the charisma to be as high as possible. I don't like that low dex because we're using a whip. I'm going to assume that's a dex-based weapon. So slim is probably our best bet. Terrible constitution. Terrible constitution. Well, that's not so bad. We'll go with average. And then we can select up to 2 of these traits. It's kind of like perks in Fallout. But we're not gonna, we don't have to select one. These have pretty significant detriments. So the bookworm reduced our strength and added intelligence. Let's see. There we go. Bookworm, yeah, drop strength, add int. Anything gonna be good for charisma? Charming drops our intelligence. I don't know if we're gonna need int for this because I don't know. Would int be tied to musical magic? I don't know. Let's do that. Let's just boost the charisma off the charts. Anything else? Lucky Fool drops int even more. Show off. That raises charisma, doesn't it? But what does it do? It decreases strength. Constitution, Trickster. And these are attributes, these traits you can get from items in the game too later. We'll probably run into one. Powerhouse. All right, let's just go with charming and call it good. Kind mode off. We'll leave permadeath off. Kind mode. I don't know what that is. I don't remember that being in the demo. I guess it's just easy mode, right? Let's go with this. So here we have Rocinante, the human bard, who knows only the common tongue, is an adult of average body type, but is very charming. We've got 4 for strength, 4 con, 4 dex, 3 int, 9 charisma, 1 luck, skills, one-handed weapons. We have a 2 and nothing else. And we have a 2 in magic, or in music rather, and really nothing else over here. Let's do it. And here is the main screen of the game. The artwork changes depending on what region you are in, and we have, I'll just go over the screen so you know what we're looking at. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but by the way, is the music too loud? Let me know. And can you hear me okay? Is the volume level acceptable? Name Rocinante, race human, class bard, gold 25, level 1, 060 XP. It's 60 XP to level up. This is the settings menu here. Here's our quest log. When we get some quests, they will show up on the upper left. Below that is the equipment loadout. We don't have anything on our head. We're wearing a linen tunic on our body, leather boots on our feet. And we have an empty shield slot, empty accessory slot, and a braided whip for our weapon. I'll get to the middle in a minute. Character details. Cool, Kyle. Thanks for letting me know. Character details. Current speed, 19. This is good. That's a good speed. That means we should be able to run away from things. Current weight, 152. Arbitrary units, AUs. I guess it doesn't give a unit, so we'll just say AUs. Body type, average. Age, adult. Signature weapon, whip. Music type, musical. Trait, charming. Language is common. We have 10 of 100 health, so we're in bad shape. We have 10 of 100 mana. Our mind is like worn out. We're tired. We're exhausted. We're wounded. It's awful. Our morality is dead set in the middle. Here are our attributes, and here are our skills. Now, this column right here, that is the second column from the left, where the picture is above, this is where everything sort of happens. We can expand this by clicking right here on the little arrows here in this box. The pointer is very small. Let me see if there's a way to change the pointer. It doesn't look like there is. The pointer is just going to be real small. I hope you can see it. Let's see. You can turn the backgrounds off, which you'd think might be a little less distracting, but I find it's much harsher on the eyes without that background, I think. But let me know what you think, and I'll leave it wherever is best for y'all. So this is where it goes. This is where your description is. In the little viewport, that's where you're at. And you can see that image is echoed in the back. And it says you've just arrived on the shores of Merchant Port via ferry. You feel sick from the journey. You might want to see if there's a room at the inn so you can rest before traveling. So we have arrived here on the shores of a town called Merchant Port in an unknown land. And we need to find an inn. Let's do that. We do that by clicking City Options, which is just below the text box. And then we're presented with a number of options. You are in Merchant Port. 1, visit the inn. 2, visit the seamstress. 3, visit the farmer. 4, visit the leather worker. 5, visit the wood carver. Or 6, back to travel options. We're going to go to the inn. You can press 1, I think. Yep, you can press the number keys or click. It doesn't matter. You visit the inn. The innkeeper offers to let you stay 1 night for free if you agree to deliver a package to Capital City for them. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We can accept the innkeeper's offer, or we can just pay. We don't have to do this, but this is sort of the tutorial that gives you your first quest. It also lets you save 10 gold, which is a pretty big amount of gold. And it also will give you a direction if you wish to go that way. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's accept the innkeeper's offer. But before we do, I'll talk about this. It reminds me very much of Wizardry in that you can get a basic room and rest for cheap, or you can get a deluxe room and rest for not cheap. There's no like option to stay in the stables though, which is, I think that'd be kind of neat if you could just stay in the stables for free. But, you know, it really wouldn't matter in this as much because in Wizardry, the downside of staying in the stable was that really only one person would be rejuvenated. So you can order some food and drink. But first let's accept his offer. The innkeeper shows you to your room and gives you the package. He tells you to head directly east out of Merchant Port, and you'll find a path that will lead you to Capital City. Okay, so this introduces the main mechanic of the game. You need a notebook to play this game. You know me, I keep notebooks for every game I play. Well, except, platformers and things like that, but any kind of RPG, I always have a physical notebook at the ready. And so we're going to write this down. We need to head east. So go east. I'll do quickly because we're live here. Out of Merchant Port. So arrow to the right of M Port. I need to have like a notebook cam. That'd be neat, wouldn't it? And you'll find a path to the capital city, and that leads to Cap City. Okay, good. So there we go. That way we won't get lost. Let's go to sleep. You woke up feeling refreshed. You remember that the innkeeper told you that you can find the path that will lead to Capital City just outside of Merchant Port to the east. All right. Let's look at the food and drink menu by pressing 3. You look at what the inn has available to order. We can get ale, wine, roasted chicken, fish pie, dried pears. For any number of gold coins, we could afford up to a fish pie for 25. I am going to get the dried pears because these are things that will go into your inventory. I think the pears are probably a good buy. I'm going to buy those. You got the dried pears. So let's go ahead and leave. You leave the inn and are back at the center of Merchant Port. So I think we could go and look at all the things, the various vendors here, but we can't afford anything. So let's just get out of here. You leave the city center. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a choose your own adventure type stream. We have this quest, and if you go to the upper left and click on the quest, it will display it here. Quest name, Innkeeper's Request. Deliver the package to the blacksmith in Capital City. Reward 40 XP and 20 gold. Now, notice that it does not tell you how to get to the Capital City. The game told you twice, and it expects you to either remember it or write it down. So, we can leave that like that if we want to. So we need to go to the Capital City. So how do you go anywhere in a game like this? Well, if it was just a pure text adventure, you'd type it in. But it's not. It is graphical in its nature. So let us look at our buttons down here at the bottom of the sort of the viewport column here, the action column, we'll call it. We can rest, we can wait, that'll pass a turn. We can set a destination. We can view the compendium, which is new. Let's do that. This was not in the demo. This is a very nice ad. This is essentially a notebook and an instruction book. It tells you here what the attributes do. I'm not going to read all of this, but I'll leave it here on the screen for a moment while I get a drink of water. And you all can scan it if you wish. Now you can pull this up at any time in the game. So it's a really handy reference, and I'm so glad that Seedborne added this in, because this adds a lot to the game. Excuse me. We can view the tabs here. We have skilled or skills. This tells us what our skills do. So, important thing here. Magic, nature. Nature, this is something that wasn't super clear in the demo. Nature further increases damage done by nature magic, increases odds of success of nature checks. Medicine, music, this pertains to us as a bard. Further increases damage done by musical magic, increases odds of success for music checks. And then bartering is self-explanatory. Locations, we haven't found anything yet really, so it's all grayed out. Oh well, never mind. We found Merchant Port. You should be fine here from level 1 to 10, and it's safe. Or maybe that's the kind of monsters you'd find around here up to 10th level. Maybe that's what that means. but it's relatively safe. And you can see there's a bunch of locations. There's 10 pages. No, there's more than that. Wow. There's 13 pages of locations. That includes weather effects. Okay. Creatures. A bunch of pages for that. Factions. There are factions in this. So that's the compendium. Inventory is your inventory. Okay. We got our linen tunic we're wearing, our boots, and our whip. We got the package from the innkeeper. If you click things, it will tell you information about it. Weight 12, value 1 gold. And the dried pears. Health recovery 15. Value 2. You know what? I'm gonna set destination. Let's okay. I left the city. So if I want to go back into the city, I probably should have bought some more pears. Actually, I didn't realize they were that good. So let's show what the rest of this stuff does. And we click map. It'll show you the map. This is the map of the world. It fills in as we go. All we know about right now is Merchant Port. I'm going to set destination, and I'm going to click here. And you see it puts a black dot that way. I guess it'll take us back into the city, hopefully. And then we click confirm and then travel. And it says traveling. Your travels were uneventful. Click travel again. All right. Arrived. You're in Merchant Port. City options. Visit the inn. Order food and drink. 5. Buy some more pears. 3, 5, 3, 5. All right. I'm actually going to buy... I'm going to use all 25 gold pieces and just fill up on pears. All right. Good. Let's leave the inn. There we go. Out. Okay. Now it's the time for us to go on. Let's go to the destination. Now, this is where your notebook comes in handy. Remember, he said go to the east out of Merchant Port, and that will lead to Capital City. So right here's where we are. Again, the pointer is very small. So let's just click east. Let's click right there, and then click confirm, and then travel. You encounter a druid. Walk past the druid, talk to the druid, rob the druid, attack the druid. What do you think we should do with the druid? It's best to be friendly in this game as oft as you can. I'm going to go ahead and talk to the druid. All right, the druid stops to chat with you for a bit. Disengage from druid, try to convince the druid to give you something, or ask druid for directions. I'll tell you something. In this game, anytime you are talking to somebody, you should always try to convince them to give you something. So we press 2. The druid gave you 5 gold, and you see we got some experience. Okay, I think I need to adjust the stream. Thank you, Kyle. Let's see. I need to adjust the latency on my stream, I think. Because the delay is pretty high. I don't think I can change it after I've started it. Oh, well. How strange. You'd think you'd be able to do that, wouldn't you? Oh, well, we'll just have to live with it. Okay. So we did talk to the druid, as Kyle suggested, and we were able to get him to give us 5 gold. So let's move on. Sometimes these people can give you some really good stuff. All right, you encounter a guard. We'll go ahead and talk to him as well. And he stops to chat with me. My charisma is 9. On my previous character, he had a charisma of like, I don't know, 6, 5 or 6, 6. I don't remember now what it is. And most characters did not want to talk to him at all. Well, and the guard didn't give us anything, but we'll move on. You spot a rune carved in a rock nearby. What should we do? Inspect. All right, we'll do it. You study the rune and determine that it is a helpful rune. Okay, so that's good. We're going to go ahead and touch it because that's the smart thing to do. If it says it's harmful, don't touch it. Or if it says, I don't know what it is, don't touch it. But we're going to touch it and see what happens. You touch the rune on the rock, you receive a temporary boost to your religion. 10-minute boost in real time down here. So, travel. I don't know what it'll do. Okay. We have now found the rocky path. Of all the little environmental artworks, I think the rocky path is the coolest one. I like it. Maybe it's just because it reminds me of where I live. I don't know. You come across a strong priest along the path. Should we talk to him, rob him, attack him, ignore him, or run from him? You can run from people who are not aggressive. I don't know if it makes a difference. It's notably he says he's a strong priest, so that means you probably have a hard time attacking him, but I mean, you'd have no trouble attacking him. You'd have a hard time dispatching him, I guess I should say. Talk to the priest. Okay. The priest stops to chat with you for a bit. Disengage from the priest, try to convince him to give you something, or ask him for directions. Now that could be useful too. A lot of interesting things that we could get here. I think our character is probably going to end up being much more of a talker and a lot less of a fighter. I am very worried about when we encounter our first hostile. It's not going to be fun, I don't think. So do we want to get him to give us something or ask for directions? I'm going to check on something. One second. Let's ask him for something. Okay. Number 2. He refused to give us anything. Oh well. An accessory merchant is offering to let you view their wares. Let's go ahead and view those wares. We have 5 gold to our name, but let's just see what kind of things they might have and what kind of prices we're looking at. We're looking at 150 for most of these things. Goblin Talisman, Ring of Arcane Mastery. Look like there's some pretty good stuff here. I don't remember what all they do. These bangles, I just, as I said that, I remembered what these do. Remember the traits we could pick at the beginning when we were making our character? These give you those traits if you equip them. Graceful, show off, survivor. I don't know what the Goblin Talisman does. Ring of Arcane Mastery, I assume boost your magic. We could rob the merchant, but I don't want to start down that path. I will jump in and say, let's not do that. Let's move on. You hear some rustling bushes nearby. Ignore, inspect, or run. What do we want to do? Obviously, this could lead to some danger, right? There could be like some horrific monster hiding in the bushes, but if we check the compendium and we check our locations, rocky path. The danger here is medium, so it is elevated from being near the port. So there could very well be some monsters in the bush. It probably is one of those things. Let's, you want to look into it? Let's see what happens if we look into it. You look closer into the bushes and saw a rabbit hopping around. Leave it be, give it some food, or kill it. Well, there's the beagle. He heard me say, hey, my beagle heard me say the word rabbit and he got excited. What do we want to do with the rabbit? There's endless options here. We could kill it, I guess. That probably would give us a rabbit that we could eat. I don't want to give it any food, really, but if that's what y'all want to do, we can do it. Or we can be kind and just leave it alone. Okay, I can give it some food. I have the dried pears. I bought a bunch of those, so I don't know if rabbits would like those. They probably would. Rabbits like sweet things. So, we've done our good deed. You notice our morality on the third column from the left at the bottom. It ticked up a little bit when we did that. So, good call, Kyle. Travel. You come across an acolyte. Now, while you're deciding what we should do with the acolyte, let's look at the map. And you can see how far we've traveled. Here's where we are, the white dots. This is the location that I set. So we're moving not super fast, you see. Here's the rocky path. If we wanted to travel along the rocky path, we should probably adjust our destination. Can we do it here? We cannot. We have to deal with the acolyte first. What do you want to do, Kyle? Walk, talk, rob, attack, or run? I'm going to check the compendium and see if the rabbit is in here. Okay, well, the acolyte is in here. Common attack is relatively low. Low HP. Low speed. Weak to dark. Resists holy. Immunities none. Language is common. Celestial. Morality range neutral to good. Found in the port or the rocky path. That's cool. I'm so glad that she added this to the game. I love it. I love the compendium. Is the rabbit in here? There's the druid. Somewhat similar to the acolyte, but slightly more powerful in three different ways. The guard. Oh, they can be righteous. Wow, cool. Okay, no worries, Kyle. Thank you for participating in our little game here. I wonder, is the rabbit in here? I do wish there was a search feature. PR would be on down this way. So I will make some of the decisions and then you can make some of the others. How about that? So let's talk to him. That's what you wanted to do? Yeah. Let's try to convince him to give us something. And he gave us 16 gold and we got some experience. Now, I think... Now, if I go to the map... Okay, yeah. If you're not engaged with a character, you can go to the map to change your destination. Let's kind of stay on the path. That'll pretty much keep us on the path. Because the path, the innkeeper said, goes to the capital. Okay, cool. I'm glad. Thank you, Kyle. We'll, for the, like, really spicy stuff, we can consult together on that. For the boring things, like, should I look under a rock? I'll just do those. And if someone else in chat wants to chime in too, you're more than welcome. Let's move. All right. Did I not set the destination? Yeah, maybe I didn't. Okay. Travel. A potions merchant is offering to let you view their wares. Let's see what they have. Minor mana, recovery for 50, minor recovery 30, recovery 50. So you see these kind of prices. You see why I was okay with spending 25 gold on dried pears at the beginning, because 25 gold isn't really much, but those dried pears could save our life out here. So I thought it was worth buying the pears. Let us barter for lower. Well, I'm not really going to buy anything, so let's just let that be. Let's just go. Move it on. Let's talk to the Acolyte. Give me something, Acolyte. He gave me a steel battle axe. Probably not super useful for my character, but let's look at the inventory. There's our whip. Attack 6, speed 7. Attack 11, speed 3. And it does bash and slash. The whip does slash. So the axe would add bashing. But with our strength, I really don't think we could effectively wield that. It's two-handed as well. And this is one-handed. But the value of this is 80 gold. So when we find a merchant, we're going to sell that. You see? I almost discarded it. It is good, Kyle, isn't it? It's very soothing. You encounter a strong scout. Let's talk to that scout. Okay, the scout didn't want to talk to you. This is what I run into a lot on my other character, and I was wondering if it was charisma based. We'll see. A strong fae. So this is a new character. If we check the compendium or creatures, only show discovered creatures. There we go. Fae. Here we go. Fae. Uncommon. All right. They have pretty decent attack power, relatively low HP, pretty decent speed. They are resistant to musical magic, which we don't really have any, but that's our thing. So attacking this Fae would probably be a bad idea. But they only know the Sylvan language, so we can't talk to this person. So we just have to go on. I mean, we could attack, but I don't think that's a good idea. Let's just go on. Travel. So you got to remember these languages. You can learn languages. Okay? It's very possible to learn languages. You come across a guard along the path. Now, looking back at the compendium, the guard... Don't mess with the guard. We got 3 out of 5 attack, 3.5 out of 5 HP, 2.5 speed. Not bad. So let's just, not mess with the guard, but let's talk to him. Let's try to convince him to give us something. And he gave us 31 gold, and we gained a level. Nice. Now, whenever you gain a level, you get points you can spend. If you go to the rightmost column down to the bottom, there's a button here, click spend points, and you can put points in your attributes. And we also get skill points, but they're separate pools of point. I think it would be smart for us to add a point in Constitution. And our skills, bartering maybe? There we go. All right, let's go. A Fae along your path. Now, why is this Fae in red? Is it because... What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. But we will just move on. A spell scroll merchant. Let's look at what they have. Leaf Gust, Pollen Burst, Shadow Ball, Sharp Chime. Those sound interesting. Sharp Chime, that sounds like that could be magical. But we can't afford anything. Strong Warrior. Let's talk to him. Talk to 10 creatures. So we got a Steam achievement. We got 45 gold, see? It's amazing talking to people and get them to give you stuff. A merchant approaches and offers you to sell an item at half off price. What is the item? The merchant showed you an iron mace and said it would only cost 70 gold. Well, a mace is not really our thing. This is probably a good opportunity. I'm not sure what an iron mace normally costs. He could be BSing us. You're probably right, Kyle. It probably means they're dangerous. If we go to the compendium. It was green before because we had not seen a fae, maybe. But it's definitely dangerous. Oh, you know what? You're right. You are right. And that could have been a bug in the game because when a monster attacks you in this game, it's always red. So maybe it was an aggressive enemy that hadn't noticed us yet. I don't know. You're probably right, though. We'll see how it shows up later. I'm not going to buy the mace, but I am going to ask for another 50% off. I mean, why not ask, right? I'm not interested. You're not interested. They try to convince you to buy it for 70. No, tell them no again. Tell them no again. They finally left you alone. So, kind of true to life, huh? I used to sell used cars. Well, I used to sell new cars too, but I sold more used ones than I did new ones. Okay, this fae is friendly. The other one was a hostile fae that had not noticed us. That's exactly what was going on there. We could attack this fae. It is necessary at times. You know, that's how the car business works, you know. There wouldn't be a car sold at all in the U.S. anyway without, let's run from the fae. You ran from the fae. It didn't seem to have any interest in chasing you. If we'd run from the red one, it probably would have ran after us. Haggling kit makes the world go round. You see dark clouds up ahead. I've not seen this. This was not in the demo, I don't think. Let's go around. The dark clouds clear up. Good. Fine. It'd been nice if there was a sound effect that played with that. Like a rumbling thunder from a distance or something. You come across a commoner along your path. Okay. I just realized something. All right. This one is gray, see? We've seen red, gray, and green. It's the morality. It's got to be the morality because neutral is gray, right? Let's see. Although the fae are usually neutral or good. That was a red fae. I don't know. I guess I'm wrong. Never mind. Commoner. Neutral to good. We could attack the commoner and probably win. But that's not really our thing, is it? Should we attack this commoner? What do you think, Kyle? Should we attack it? Or anyone in chat? I see we have a handful of folks watching. Although you never know. On my end, I see two totally different numbers for the number of people who are watching the stream right now. So I don't have any idea. YouTube's like that. It doesn't know. Yeah, let's let him be. Let's talk to him. I mean, we're not like horribly evil. Give me something. Cotton robes. Is cotton robes better than our tunic? Don't know. Linen tunic defense 2. Wait, it's nothing. It's just heavier. Okay, fine. We'll sell it. You felt something brush your leg. Uh-oh. Let's look at it. As you look to see what brushed your leg, it bit you. Well, we lost some health. Let's fight back. You are in combat against the carnivorous plant. Is this going to end well? It's 10th level and I'm 2nd level. I wasn't expecting this, but I guess you should expect anything in a game like this, right? What should we do? Should we attack it, Kyle, or should we not attack it? Try to run. Use the whip. Let's do it. Yikes. Took 9 damage. Let's do it again. We're in it to win it now. You killed the carnivorous plant. That's excellent. I'm going to eat some pears. Your health will slowly tick up as you go, but just to give it a little boost. You come across a strong scout. Give me some stuff. Or, you know what? Just this once, let's ask for directions. They told you how to get to the capital city. You've added it to your map. Okay. So now if we look at the map, kind of right in the middle, we see capital city. It looks like a little castle. Here's where we are. There's where we're going. So let's go ahead and move the dot over to the capital city. Now that we know exactly where it's at, and we click confirm. Let's go. So you see, travels are pretty slow in this game. This is not a game that you want to rush through. It's not meant for that. It's meant to just veg out with. It's not really high stakes, you know. You can just imagine that you're in these places, and you can turn the music off if you wish. You can turn the sound effects off if you wish. So, you know, whatever you want to do is fine. And again, you can turn off the immersive background, but I actually find this to be harder on my eyes. Yeah, it does. It's not one you want to hurry. You can be overwhelmed and die very quickly. You notice our first encounter, hostile encounter there, was a 10th level enemy. And that, in my experience, is about the lowest you're going to encounter unless you attack a commoner or something low level. This is a headgear merchant. We need something on our head, so let's view their wares. Wool hat, linen cap, bronze helmet, wool hood, linen cap. Let's get... I like the idea of having a hood. Let's buy the hood. Let's barter for lower prices. Okay, well, never mind. He was annoyed and he raised the price. Well, I don't know. He raised it by 9. Fine, I'll do it. I'll still buy something. I'll buy the hood. I like that idea. Let's put it on. It's going to increase our defense by 3. And we have another slot filled. I like that the numbers are put here in the slots. Now this rocky path is very long because, again, we're going to be going essentially along the path. We may leave the path here shortly on our way to the city, because it's going to beeline, right? That's the path we're going to take. It's always going to be a straight line. So if we wanted to stay on the path, we would have to move the dot. I can't move the dot because I'm in the midst of an encounter here. You hear some rustling bushes nearby. Uh-oh. Nothing in the bushes. Okay. Not another carnivorous plant. You come across what appears to be a strawberry plant. But is it really? Let's investigate. You're unable to determine if they're safe or not. Well, let's move. Word of the wise, don't just eat things you find in the woods. You hear some rustling bushes. Okay. Look. Nothing in those bushes. Encounter a warrior. Let's talk. Let's ask him for directions. Didn't know directions anywhere you wanted to go. Okay. Fine. Let's move on. I want to get to the city. So let's sort of hop to it, huh? Okay. So now we're off the path. You see how many encounters it took for us to actually get off the path. Here's Crystal River. So Crystal River goes along here. You could walk along the river and see where it goes. Obviously, this is going to be upstream because these are mountains, and this is the sea down here in the lower, the southwest, mountains to the northeast. Let's hang here for a while and cross over and see what we get to. It might be safer to stay on the path. I don't know. Let's check the location. Crystal River. Danger, very high. Level range 15 to 35. This is bad, so we need to get back to the rocky path. Okay. Fair enough. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. You notice something mostly buried. I don't have a shovel, so we have to ignore it. Not inventory. Map. Let's get back on the path. Got to be smart about this. Faint whispering. Well, we got to find the source. We can't. Oh, well. Hey, dwarf, would you give me something? Ah, the dwarf didn't understand me because I don't know Dwarvish. We'll see if we can learn some more languages as we go. Travel's uneventful. Mostly... Uh-oh. Faction discovered. Black Sun Raiders. Okay. Compendium. Factions. We have not found... We have to encounter a creature? Okay, so it won't tell us anything about the factions until we encounter someone in that faction, but we know that we are in Black Sun Raiders territory, and that's now on the map. So good thing we are on the path. And if you look in the little picture, second column from the left at the top, it says Rocky Path, but it also now says Black Sun Raiders in the upper right corner of that. So we might run across some raiders. My experience with raiders would be to stay off the path, actually, but I'm going to stay on the path. We can't talk to this elf because we don't know Elvish. Deeply rotted log, and we found some mushrooms inside. Magic mushroom. And regular mushrooms. Mushrooms recover mana. Cool, that was good. Glad we didn't find a snake in there. Arrived at destination. Okay, now we can set a new one. Let's stay on the path. And get our way onto the city. You come across what appears to be an apple tree. Let's check the fruit. It's safe to eat, so let's pick an apple from the tree. I don't know why you'd try to chop it down. We do have an axe, but I don't know. We'll have to try and chop it down sometime. And we'll find another tree, I'm sure. Headgear merchant. Well, we already bought the wool hood, but let's see what they have. Same stuff. Could be the same dude. Let's try to barter with him. He was annoyed. Okay, that's fine. Don't buy. Fine. I was thinking about maybe getting a leather helm. I don't remember if the other guy had that. I love that too, Kyle. The map. Kyle says he loves how the map adds things as we go. I love that. This makes it feel like I'm actually, drawing a map here on the table in front of me. And that is sort of what this game is attempting to capture, is the feeling of single-player role-playing games, pen and paper ones. And that's what it feels like, and I think that she did a very good job at it. Let's just move on. Extremely overgrown fluffy sheep. It looks uncomfortable. Well, let's shear the sheep. We got a lot of morality for that, and now we're on the good side. You sheared the sheep. It looks much lighter and happier now. You got a wool hat. Well, cool. Well, I've already bought a wool hood, but that's okay. A wool hat, is it any better? No, the hood is a little bit better. We could sell that for 15 gold. Pretty nice. And if you're keeping a notebook on this game, record the kind of things that can happen when you encounter these things, or just remember them. We're almost to level 3, by the way. And, then you can maximize your runs that way. You could turn on permadeath, and this becomes a roguelike. And there's a lot of potential here for learning what each encounter can yield, which is what makes the roguelike fun. There are some things I'd probably tweak if I was designing this game myself with a roguelike in mind. There are a few things I'd probably change about it, minor things, but for the most part, you know, it works pretty well. Either way you want to play it, either with permadeath on or off. Let's inspect the bushes, and it yields nothing. Oh well. Let's move on. A merchant approaches you and offers to sell you an item at half price. Well, it's always worth looking, right? The merchant showed you a studded leather queer ass and said it would only cost $125. Well, we couldn't afford it even if they did take another 50% off, so we're going to say no. That would probably be good for us. I would say we could probably wear leather. Uh-oh. You were attacked by a powerful Black Sun Raiders bandit scout. All right, time to check the compendium. Black Sun Raiders bandit scout. Uncommon. 3 attack, 2.5 HP, 3 speed, morality range, evil to neutral. Well, we got to get away from this thing. We got to run. We got to run. Shoo. We successfully got away from the Black Sun Raider scout. Now, if our speed had not been 19, and speed again is in the third column from the left in the character details box, top box, first stat, we would have been killed there, and we would have been sent all the way back to the merchant port. Reviewing the map, that would have been back here. It respawns you in the last town you visited. So this entire stream, all 57 minutes of it, would have been for nothing. But that happens. That happens. This game is hard. And that's why I built this character with running away and talking my way out of trouble in mind. Travel. You can go back and watch my playthrough of the demo, which I did back for Steam Next Fest. It's on the channel. Just search for Mythscroll and it'll pop up. You'll see just how much more trouble I had with that character, who was a cleric, and I had in mind, you know, basically just bashing what needed bashing and moving on. Not really starting fights, but finishing them, you know. And I had limited success. An accessory merchant is offering to let you view their wares. Yeah, I can't afford anything, but let's look. Ring of the Deadeye, Giant Talisman. These all sound good, but I can't afford it. Thanks for showing me. When I was a salesman, those were the people I always hated to see coming, the ones who were just wanting to see stuff. You get that on car lots all the time. Not a penny to their name, or otherwise not in the market. But my God, they want to look at everything and hear about everything. You hear a haunting sound. A lost spirit is wandering around nearby. Let's try to help this spirit. And I failed. Utterly. Arrived. Okay. Check the map. We're getting there. I think now we can probably put the dot there on the city. You can see our travel line pretty much stays on the path. So that's good. We need some money. We're going to get a little bit of money when we get this package turned in, but not really a lot. We're good on feet. We're good. Let's ignore them. A satyr. We can't talk to the satyr. A strong priest. Let's talk to the priest. Try to get him to give us stuff. He gives us some bread. Thank you, sir. The bread gives you 20 health as opposed to the pears, which only give you 15. So that's good. There is no food and drink mechanic, or I should say there's no hunger and satiation mechanic. Ambushed by a strong gnoll. Okay, gnoll. That would be G. Only show discovered creatures. Creatures. Here we go. Gnoll. Here we go. Back. Gnoll. All right, so we need to stay the heck away from this knoll. Look at this thing. This thing, as I expected, knolls are pretty tough. Let's run. We could also hide, but I think with our speed, we should run. We could try to calm him down with a 9 charisma. It might work. Well, we don't know Orcish, so never mind. Let us run. Oh, crap. Failed to escape. Okay, we can still try to run. Although, this is an 8th level knoll. Where is the carnivorous plant? It's not in here. Alright. Alright, Seedborne. You need to add carnivorous plant to the book. Because it's not here. I was going to compare it with the knoll. Because we did win against the plant. I don't feel real confident about winning against the knoll. Well, let's hit it once and see what happens. Oh, we can get this guy. What do you think? Come on. Oh, yeah. Feels good. It was plant. It was level 10. I was wanting to check its other stats, you know, and compare them with the knoll. Oh, well. We survived. We survived. And it might be a good idea to eat a pear. And move on. I mean, a 3rd level character taking out a 10th level or 8th level character is pretty impressive. So our whip must be doing pretty good. You know what? Let's look at the whip. It's the speed that's helping us. It's not very high damage. That speed is probably what's making a lot of the difference. I wonder if you can get multiple hits in. I don't know how it's calculated. We can't talk to him. You come across a kitsune along your path. Okay, let's see. Something else. Kitsune. Here it is. Relatively dangerous, not terrible. What language? Sylvan. Yeah, never mind. We can't talk to the kitsune, so let's move. You come across a dwarf. We don't speak dwarvish, so we gotta move. When we get to the city, I think we can learn some languages, so that would be good. A beggar asks if you can spare any gold. Okay, Kyle. And chat, in general, anyone in chat can answer. What should we do? Should we ignore the beggar? Kindly tell the beggar you can't help them. Tell them to leave you alone. Attack them. Give them 5 gold or give them 10 gold. I think this is basically a morality fountain, but I don't know that for a fact. This is a very dangerous road that we're walking, and we've encountered a beggar. He probably has had a real hard time, but he could just as easily jump up and stab us, I guess. I don't know if that's a possibility. We also need to spend some points. I just remembered we gained a level back there. You can bank the points. They might. I'm going to give him 5 gold. We did buy a little morality with that. Okay, we have just arrived in the capital city. We're here. This looks like a pleasant place, doesn't it? It reminds me, for some reason, of that little plain that's by the sea in Final Fantasy 16, where if you're walking the direction of the screen is looking now, there is a fort or something up there. It's been a while since I played that game. There's some kind of fort or something And then if you turn and look behind you, out right at the edge of the coast there's like a frozen wave. There's something about this scene that reminds me of that area. Okay, so let's go to the blacksmith. Now, if we look up here in our quest log, upper left corner, innkeeper's request, we can go straight to the blacksmith. So let's do that. You arrive at the blacksmith, give him the package, or demand an additional payment, or refuse it to give him. Let's just give it to him. All right, that's gotten rid of our only quest. We got 40 XP and 20 gold. Let's check the city options. We've got the inn, the tavern, the blacksmith, alchemist, and travel options. So there's not a language teacher here. I was thinking there was. Kingdom Come Deliverance. That is a game, the first one and the second one, that needs to go on my blind Let's Play series list, because I have never played them, and I'm sure that I would really, really enjoy them. Sure that I would. Let's see what the inn costs. 15 gold. Let's do that. Get a basic room. Get healed up. Food and drink. What do you got? You got any dried pears? No. It's honey cakes, but nothing too good here. Let's not get anything. The tavern. Look at the job board. Okay. You look at jobs posted on the job board. Take the job, too many bees, reward 40 gold. Take the job, give me grace, 200 gold. Take the job, Black Sun Problem, 100 gold. Take the job, the Winged Steed, 200 gold. Or stop looking at the board. Okay. Black Sun Problem? Guarantee you we can't do that because we're such a weakling. At least not right now. The Winged Steed. I don't know what that entails. 200 gold is probably a difficult job, as is Gimme Grace, but too many bees. I know that job. Oh, I would absolutely love it then. I love detail and role-playing element. You know, role-playing game-oriented games. Yeah. Love my role-play. The more detail, the better. We're going to take the bee job. And then we're going to leave. Now, we look at the bees. Too many bees. Destroy 3 beehives in capital city or capital city outskirts. Reward 25 experience and 40 gold. Not a huge reward, but you know, it gives us something to do. Let's look at the blacksmith. See what he's got. We could probably do with a shield of some kind, but he doesn't have one. So that's good. Sell to blacksmith. Let's sell him the cotton robes. Oh, we can't sell that. We could sell the axe. I was going to kind of keep that for chopping down trees because I don't know what that does. So let's not sell that right now. It's worth 80. And there is carry weight. If you look at the bottom, next to the button that says close, there's a carry weight there. That's all I can sell to him. Okay, fine. We're not going to sell anything. Let's leave. The alchemist. What the alchemist do? Let's see. What do you got? Potions and scrolls. Let's not get into that. Let's leave. The jeweler. Let's talk to the jeweler. Flashy bangle, ring of the wilds, graceful bangle, Elephas, talisman, talisman even. Bracers of the leaping stag. I'd like the bracers of the leaping stag, I think. It's probably dexterity, but I can't afford it, so let's go. Okay, so let's get out of here, and let's, we can go around and try to find some bee nests. No, let's ignore them. In my experience, the bee nests are kind of hard to find. You encounter a very powerful fae. Yeah, we gotta go. I want to learn some languages. Here we go. Now, if I go to the axe and I equip the axe, let's try to chop down this tree. Or no, let's investigate it first. I can't tell if they're safe or not. Now let's chop it down. You successfully chop down the tree with your axe and collect several apples. Oh, great. And I don't know if they're good or not. I guess they're good because it says health recovery. Okay. You got 6. Okay. So I guess chopping down the tree just lets you get a whole bunch of apples. Otherwise, you just get 1 or maybe 1 or 2. Not sure. All right. So if we look at the map, we need to find bee nests. Now, the capital city outskirts, I happen to know, are where you'd think they are. They're just this area around the capital city that's not right on the rocky path. So if we, say, go up here, let's just do that and see if we can find some bee nests. Let's see what this person has. It is always good to have extra food. You never know when you're going to need it. Cotton robes. They want to buy my cotton robes for 15. Let's try to get more money. And now they'll only give me 11. No, I'm not going to sell it. Nope. Someone approaches you and asks if you'd like to donate to charity. Let's ask about the charity. They told you about the charity and all the good it does. It all sounds legit to you. Well, I don't have a lot of money. I can't help them. Another apple tree, huh? Let's investigate it. Let's well, I don't know. How much food do we have? We have a lot of food. I'm not going to cut down the tree. Let's just move. Or can you cut it down if it's not an axe in your inventory? Oh, you can't. Okay. You have to have it equipped. I thought that was correct. Okay, shield merchant. Let's see what they have. We need a shield. Hide shield, steel shield, studded leather, dwarven gold. Let's go for the studded leather. I'm not going to risk bartering because our barter is 2. Let's see, buy. We want to buy the studded leather shield. Good. We almost have full equipment here. Also, if you click these arrows, it switches from the equipment to the spell book, and we do have a spell. 30% chance of confusion. Huh. Well, we'll try that next time. I can't believe I didn't notice that. An arrow merchant. No, we're good. All right, now we're in the outskirts. This looks like the kind of place you'd find some bees. We can't tell what this rune is, so we're going to ignore it. I'm hoping to find some bees. A strong pixie's trying to rob you. I'm going to assume they speak Sylvan. Oh, they also speak Elvish, but either way, that doesn't help us. Let's run. It'd be hard to get away from a pixie, wouldn't it? Okay, new feature on the map. Notice how there's a bounding box with the capital city roughly in the center. That means that this area is capital city outskirts. So as long as I stay within this zone, any of these black dots here, I'm going to be in the capital city outskirts. And not, I don't think there's going to be any like raiders or anything. I don't think so. Let's just move up this way for a while. Oh, there we go. And see, okay, we're going to run from that person. They stole my wool hat. Darn it. That's not the one we're wearing. We're wearing the hood. A very powerful knoll. Gosh, here we go. Okay, 24th level. Checking the compendium. Capital city outskirts. Very high level danger here. Or I'm sorry, not very high. This is what you run into. I'm not gonna deal with a 24th level knoll, okay? It's just not gonna happen. I guess I can't use the spell because I don't have a musical instrument. Oh no, obviously it's right there, number 3. 3. Let's try Dissonant Note. The Knoll took 6 damage. It did not confuse the Knoll, I guess. So let's get out of here. Ooh, we made it. That was very dangerous. Let's stay closer to the city. How about that? I try to find a bee nest. Let's enjoy the rain. We lost some health. You feel sick after being rained on. Great. Let's rest. We haven't done that yet. That means you pass time without moving. You also gain health sometimes. You hear a faint whispering. Let's rest again. Run. Oh, man. Try to escape. Gosh. Dangerous zone. All right, there we go. 1 more health. Let's get back on the road. Another apple tree? All right, fine. So the encounter things do become a little bit samey after a while, which is, you know, it is what it is. Let's look for medicinal flowers. Let's move on. You successfully rob a Sylvan talisman off of them. I say. I actually didn't mean to rob them. I meant to ignore them. I pressed the wrong button. Oh well. Sylvan talisman, though, gives us the Sylvan language, and that's fine with me. That worked out. Now we have full slots, and we've run into quite a bit of critters that speak Sylvan. If we look at the creatures, the Fae speaks Sylvan, the Kitsune, the Pixie, the Satyr. So that was actually a pretty good get. You can do that in settlements as well, I think, yeah. It's safer. It's safer to do that. So I assume, actually, that, you know, I said in the inn there's no option to rest in the stables. I guess there actually technically is, because you just could just rest in town. I don't know if you get run off by the guards or not. Let's experiment with that next time we're in town. Powerful Knight. Give me something. Bracers of the Guardian. That sounds good. +2 heavy armor. We're not going to use that, but we are going to sell it. Oh boy. He just handed us 150 gold. That's not bad. The Spellscroll Merchant. Dissonant Notes. You know, that's our thing, but we know that spell. Water Beam, Snow Cloud, Water Down. I'm not big on scrolls. I'd rather learn the spell permanently, you know. Let's walk back to the city and we'll try our little resting technique that Kyle has pointed out to us. You notice a bird's nest that's fallen onto the ground. Well, we're going to fix the nest. You put the nest back in its tree. It's just an empty nest. You don't see any eggs. Well, still, they may use it. I love birds. Anybody that's followed the channel for a long time would know this. Ah, notice that. Now that's interesting. When you first enter the city, it takes away the rest button. So if you're in the city center itself, you cannot rest. But let's see if we can rest out here. I'd say we probably can. Yeah. So if we look at the locations, capital city outskirts. Capital city is safe. All right. So resting here would be smarter than resting in the woods. Or anywhere where indeed the danger is high, like at the river. Resting by the river in the plains would be very silly because you're going to get attacked. Almost certainly. We haven't found any bees' nest yet. I don't know how to... I don't know how to find them. I think you just have to wander around. You notice some coins scattered on the ground. Let's pick them up. We got a few coins there. I need to spend points, by the way. Let's do that. Let's add a point to charisma. Why not? It's already sky high. We'll make it sky higher. One-handed weapons, I think, is a good place to spend a couple points here. And bartering as well. That's going to be our thing. We can't talk to a dwarf. Let's just, I tell you what, let's head down toward these woods and see what that is. Maybe we'll find some bees along the way. No, I'm not interested in the charity thing. We took a morality hit there by just ignoring the charity person. Interesting. You hear a thunderous sound getting louder and closer to you. You see a large herd stampeding right towards you. Let's run away with our speed. Oh, we got trampled. Look at that. Let's try to rest here. It's very risky, but it worked out. As long as my health is about, 2/3 to 3/4, I think we're okay. Because honestly, we're going to be running from most battles. Our speed, you see, is 17 now, probably because of this. Let's unequip it. Yeah, our speed went up by 1. In fact, you know what? That would be the thing. If we unequip that. Yeah. I'm not convinced. Well, that actually might be better because we're not going to be fighting. Just basic clothes, clothes and some boots. We'll leave that be for now. The vegetation is extremely overgrown here. It's blocking the path. Let's slice and dice. I bet that's another chance to run into the carnivorous plant. A spy. Now, a spy... very rare. We haven't encountered it. They do speak common. Cool. Well, let's chat this spy up. Talk. The spy stops to chat with you for a bit. The spy could give us directions, but I think maybe that won't work unless you're actually supposed to be going somewhere, like for a quest or something. So let's see if he'll give us something. He did not. Oh well. Or she, we don't know. You hear a dull buzzing. Looking towards the sound, you see a hive full of honeybees. Here we go. Destroy 3 beehives. It's stupid to destroy honeybee hives, but that's the quest. Apparently there's too many bees, okay? So let's just destroy the hive. And they swarmed us and stung us, and that's real bad. So if we see over here on the quests on the left, 1 of 3. Let's rest a bit. See if we can get back a little more health. That whispering keeps waking us up. You wake up to see a very powerful goblin. This is our first goblin. As expected, they're kind of run-of-the-mill. They don't speak common. Unlike most goblins. I think most goblins actually speak common, don't they? Let's run. They didn't want to chase you. Okay. I should have spoken to it then. Or, well, no, we can't speak. Never mind. Forget it. Inspect. Ignore. Bloodwood Forest. Map. So that sounds dangerous. Does it not? Well, let us check it here. Danger, very high, level range 50 to 65. Yikes. Okay, so this is like an end-game zone. Let's get the heck out of here. What's in the log? We found some more mushrooms. Good. You know what? Let's eat the bread. Okay, now here's a pixie. We can talk to the pixie because we have the Sylvan talisman that we accidentally stole. Let's talk to the pixie and see if it'll give us something. Nothing to give me. Oh well. Oh, we can't talk to the goblin. Never mind. I want to talk to goblins. Maybe that's what the goblin talisman does. I bet that's what it is. Let's move on. Yeah. We're staying away from the Bloodwood Forest for now. It's just too much trouble. You traveled through a storm. You notice the grass is shaking. Something is moving through the tall grass next to you. Inspect it. You were bit by a snake. See? I said that last time. I said, oh, it could have been bit by a snake. I cursed myself. Let's talk to that guard. And hey, guard, give me something. He gave me 46 gold. That's enough to buy a deluxe room at the inn. In fact, we're going to do that right now. We're going to visit the inn. I don't know what the deluxe room does. I'm not actually going to get it because I'm too cheap. But we're going to rest in the regular room. And peas pottage. I don't know. No, we're good. Let's leave the inn. And have we got anything we can sell? Not really. We don't. There's nobody that wants to buy our cotton stuff. All right. Come on, bees. You know what we could do? Let's go back to the tavern and look at the job board and give me grace. Let's look at that one. Let's see. Find a graceful bangle. I have no idea where I'm going to do that. I have to buy it maybe. Might could find one. I don't know. Let's get another quest. Let's take the winged steed. Or Black Sun problem. You know, maybe we can do that. I don't know. Kill 10 bandits. Oh, yikes. Maybe we can't do that. You can always give up on it. Oh, let's just get all of them. The winged steed. Encounter the Pegasus at Paradise Lake. Well, that sounds like fun. The food costs a fortune. You're right, Kyle. Paradise Lake. Now, Paradise Lake. Paradise Lake. I know where that is. I remember it in my other character. I think it's up here. Maybe we'll encounter some bees. We'll just kind of go on. I don't think we should have checked that. That was an accessory merchant. We should have looked. Yeah, let's view their wares. Have they got a graceful bangle? No. Give me something. Thanks for the gold. Thanks for the gold. It's good. Padded gambeson. You know, that would be good for us. I bet it would slow us down. Does a compendium have... No. I wish it would tell us the weight of this stuff before we, you know, found out. But that gambeson, I'm thinking I'm going to try to barter. Now they left. It's okay. We'll encounter somebody else that has one. It's harmful, so definitely ignore it. Give me some stuff. Oh, you know what? Next time we encounter somebody, let's ask for directions. They might tell us where the lake is. Hidden shrine. Okay, Kyle, what do you think? What should we do with the hidden shrine? Ignore it, pray at it, leave money at it, or destroy it? While you're thinking about that, I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let us pray. That sounds like a good idea, Kyle. Pray at the shrine. You don't feel so great. Well, crap. We got a -1 to our stealth. It could have been good. Powerful Knoll. Now, the Knolls speak Orcish, so we can't really do anything. Let's walk past it. It's trying to rob me. If it was red, I should have run from it, shouldn't I? Let's run. We got away. So it's generally disposition, I guess. Red is bad, green is good, and or positive, and gray is gray. Come on, bees. A traveler rather, is offering to teach you to speak Orcish for a fee of 200 gold. Okay. Orcish would be the second best language for us to know because we've run into several things that speak Orcish. That'd let us talk to goblins. That would let us talk to gnolls, I think. Let's see. Gnolls, yeah, gnolls, goblin. No, goblins speak goblin. Never mind. I thought they spoke Orcish. So actually, Elvish would probably be the second most. But that's okay. I do want to learn all the languages in the game, so I don't have 200 gold, so paying him is not an option. Let's try to teach him, to convince him to teach us for free. And it worked. With 10 charisma, I would have been surprised if it didn't work. So now we know Common, Orcish, and Sylvan. Sylvan, of course, brought on by the talisman. A traveler's offering to teach you Goblin. Hey, teach me for free. And it worked again. So now we have Common, Orcish, Sylvan, and Goblin. So we're working on up there. We're well versed, which makes sense for a bard. That's good for our chosen life style. Powerful sprite. Now, sprite, this is the first time meeting a sprite. A powerful sprite is probably not very powerful, even at that. However, we can speak to it, so let's try that. Heck yeah, it's a major upgrade. Let's talk to the sprite. Hey sprite, give me something. Or no? Let's ask for directions. They didn't know anyway, okay, fine. I thought maybe a sprite would know something. You were attacked by a very powerful skeleton. We're here in the Ember Peaks. Well, that skeleton can wait while we check. The Ember Peaks, even a higher level place. Danger level very high. Shucks. Skeleton. Gee whiz. Well, I think we might be about to get hosed. Let's run from it. Okay. 84th level. Nice. We're gonna run. And we're gonna probably die. Shoeboy. Okay, now we survived by the skin of our teeth. Eat a couple of apples. Drink a barrel of water. I went the wrong way. Inventory. No. Map. We need to stop going that way. That lake is around here somewhere. I swear it is. Let's go there then. You hear a hooting sound. You look around and see a wise-looking owl watching you closely. This is cool. What do you think, Kyle? Should we ignore it, approach it, watch it, or kill it? We don't have a bow and arrow, so we probably can't kill it. I'm pretty sure that's required to kill birds in this game. You need a bow and arrow. I love owls. You know, I'm big into birds. The channel avatar is a bird that I drew myself. And love birds. I've got a lot of bird feeders around here. I'm going to approach the owl. The owl flew away. Well, crap. It was worth it, though. It could have been good. Could have been like Capra Gabora. A lot of bird feeders. I have a life list of all the birds that I've seen in my travels throughout my life. It just right here at my house, I've seen 96 different species of bird. Yep. All right, let's talk to this commoner. Maybe they have the way to the lake. They don't. Oh, crap. Buy some stuff. What do you want to buy? You're not getting that. No, sir. You're not getting my Sylvan Talisman. A strong pixie, huh? Give me something. Nothing to give me. Always makes me feel bad. When they don't have anything to give me. Now, this lake... I could look around all day and not find it. Is it up here, maybe? I know it makes sense that it would be, I mean, maybe not right by the river, or it would be along the river's course. But for some reason, I don't think it is. But we can try that, because that would put us in a new zone. Let's investigate it. No, let's, you know what? Let's be safe and move the thing to the river. Or maybe just across it. Or what? You know what? There's a little corner right there. That is, you see, it's neither Ember Peaks nor city outskirts. Let's go there and see what that is. Could be something good. And along the way, we might run into some, you know, bees. Remember, we have 4 quests. The bees, we need to find a graceful bangle. We need to deal with the Black Sun, and we need to find Pegasus. So, a dust devil. Let's watch it. And it died down. Okay. The dwarf. We don't know Dwarvish. One day we'll be a polyglot. Now the kitsune, that they speak Sylvan, I think. Talk. Didn't want to talk to me, huh? Too good for me, huh? I see how it is. Look, we found it! Paradise Lake. A powerful elf is trying to rob you. See, it's red. Now, elf, first of all, let's look at the locations. Paradise Lake. The danger level is high, but the levels compared to the other dangerous places we've been are relatively low. And, oh, by the way, creature, I wanted to look at that. Elf. They're kind of middle of the road on everything, a little high speed. They have no weakness. We are not at full health, so let's run. He took my hood, darn him. I definitely need to heal, yeah. And, not inventory, compendium. The outskirts of the danger is high. The Paradise Lake is very high, so possibly I should stop traveling. Let's head toward the music. You see a traveling musical performer surrounded by a small group of entertained patrons. I love the graphic here. It's very beautiful, by the way. Start playing your own music. That would be rude, wouldn't it? I'm gonna tip him 5 gold. Okay. Let's try to rest here. That's good. Let's try it again. I know this place is dangerous. Let's try it. Third time's a charm. Third time is indeed a charm. We were ambushed by a powerful kappa. Uh-oh. What are we looking at here? This compendium is one of the best improvements over the demo. Uncommon. Yeah, this thing's gonna push it in. So we're gonna try to calm it down when we failed. 25th level. Let's try to cast a spell and see if we can fuse it. No, it didn't work. 26 damage, huh? Let's run. Come on. Ooh, darn it. No, don't travel. You can't stop it once you start it. Go around the storm. That's fine. Now, map. That's what we want. We want to not... There's the lake. See, I was roughly correct about where it was. We need to start going back this way and get away from this lake. And I think it's time to eat some pears. Maybe rest. There is no shortage of bandaged thieves. I mean, everybody could be a thief in this game, including us, obviously. Here's another shrine. Let's pray at this one. Darn. It hit us hard. Wow. This game is pretty unforgiving. Powerful acolyte. 8 gold. Better than nothing. Encounter the Pegasus. So we just have to keep hanging around the lake until we find it, I guess. Inspect the rune and ignore it. If we had more religion points, we would be able to tell more about those runes. Abandoned campsite. Let's search it. You find an apple. Cool. Let's rest. You were ambushed by a bandit in your sleep. What a surprise. Run. Let's search it. Poisonous strawberry. Let's, that's great. I don't know what we can use that for. Let's rest. Come on, no bandits. Son of a gun. You come across a powerful carnivorous plant. Okay. Is carnivorous plant going to be in the thing now? It is. I guess it wasn't added to the book earlier because it was an encounter that... It wasn't an initial encounter. I'm trying to think about how she's programmed this game. It wasn't an initial encounter. It probably only gets added to the book if you stumble along it while traveling, not if you stumble along something else and then screw around with it and it causes the enemy to come out. That could be a programming oversight. So if you're watching this later, Seedborne, please look at that and that interaction between the compendium and I'll say secondary encounters. Might be a little improvement you could do there. Well, by the way, what language do they speak? They speak Sylvan, but it's red, which means it has a terrible disposition. So let's get away from it. Let's run. Crap. This is very dangerous. All right, this is better. A little less dangerous here. Go for a dip in the pond. Go fishing. I don't have a fishing pole. You don't have a fishing pole. Okay. Fine. Let's rest. This is still dangerous. Let's talk to the spy. Studded leather boots. Okay. Now, boots. We got 4-2 and 5-2, so that's a straight upgrade. Thank you, Mr. Spy. All right. City options. Travel options. Oh, okay. So when that shows up, click travel options, then click rest. We should be fine to just rest here till we get full health. It was a great upgrade. All right, we're good. Who needs an inn? We'll just sleep out here in the grass. Keep moving. Let's ask them about the charity, because if you don't, you'll take a morality hit, and then tell them to buzz off. Arrow. Oh, we don't want arrows. What am I thinking? Fluffy sheep. Let's shear that, baby. And we got a wool hat. And we've reached the maximum morality level and gained the Pure of Heart Steam achievement. Cool. Well, we weren't wearing the hood because we took it off, remember? But we now have a head option if we wanted one. All right, so let us... Are there lower level Black Sun Raiders? And there might be. We're still not really kitted out to attack them, to deal with them. I don't know if... Wait a minute. Compendium attributes. Dexterity. Increases damage done with bows, crossbows, whips, and daggers. All right, good. So we need some dex. And let's hit a couple points here and a point in light armor. Point in music. Let's head toward the Black Sun, people. We can always stop before we get there. Goblin, we already know Goblin, so let's go. Ignore them. We need to learn Elvish, and we need to learn Dwarvish real bad. Ambushed by a bandit. Let's try to calm him down. 6th level bandit. All right, we're 6th level, so let's just beat him down. We got a bronze sword. Pretty cool. Some experience. An archmage. All right. These are very rare. They're also very dangerous. Son of a gun, and it's red, so we need to... We calmed him down. It worked. Try to convince him to give us something. Oh well. I guess that was a bridge too far. Not a whole lot of games where you can talk the enemy down and convince them not to attack you. That's very uncommon. Okay, I'm going to say 3rd time's a charm on these shrines. I'm going to pray at this one. Crap. They're bad. Maybe it's because our religion just sucks. Oh well. I ain't praying at no more shrines, Kyle. I'm not doing it. Oh. Hey, commoner, give me something. Thank you. A scout. Talk to the scout. A bronze mace. It could. The sword, however, is scaled off of strength. And we are better at dex. And our signature weapon is the whip. It's tied to class. Warrior. Let's talk to the warrior. Bronze helmet. We're cleaning up, gang. We are cleaning up. Demonic. Well, we're going to tell him to convince us for free. 10 charisma is paying off. We're just racking up those languages. I'm sure that there is an achievement for being a polyglot. But let's take a look at the weapons we have and evaluate them against one another, though. We have the 6 speed, attack 6, speed 7, the whip, which does slash damage. The battle axe is 11-3, bash and slash. Bronze sword is 6 and 6, so just a little slower than the whip, but same attack. But it does give you stab damage. And then the bronze mace, which is 6 and 5, gives you bash. So we've got really, like these 3 especially, the whip, the sword, and the mace, are 3 really good weapons to swap out on based on weakness. And that's something we need to pay attention to. It will be mentioned, I think, if they have a weakness to a certain, like the carnivorous plant is weak to slash. So the whip is good to use on him. Slash stab, you could use the sword on that or the whip. Was there a bash? Yeah. The dwarf, you'd want to bash, so we'd use our mace. The kappa, you'd want to bash. Slash, stab, or bash. Oh, these are resistances. I'm sorry. Weakness is what you want to look at. Top 1 bash, yeah. Knight is, I guess, because presumably he has good armor, so slash, stab, bash doesn't really do much. Bash on the pixie. So you get the idea. So it's good to have those weapons. Yeah, so far it seems to be more trouble than it's worth to pray at the shrines. I do think, even though our signature weapon is the whip, it'd probably behoove us to swap to the sword or the mace. Like if something's weak to stab, we go to the sword. If something is weak to bash, we go to the mace. And we have the axe to cut down trees with. You get more apples if you cut down the tree. The bees are hard to find, apparently. Gee whiz. We just got a steel shield. Nice. 2 more experience, and we gain another level. Let's talk to the acolytes. Gives us 9 gold. We got another level. Let's see. We only get 2 skill points this time. What do you think, Kyle? Should we put, where should we use those 2 points? I'm not sure what jump power does. Let me see if that's mentioned. Okay. Okay, so you can jump over. Okay, I remember. When we encountered the stampede, it said you could jump over it. I think you're right. I think you're right. Let's pop both of them in there, because it's going to get to where we need to attack things, and running away all the time is not letting us improve all that much. I mean, there's many ways to gain experience in this game, which I appreciate. You don't have to just go around killing things, and I guess that's why there is room in the balancing of the game to be able to talk enemies down, because it's not about killing the enemies. It's about discovery and interacting with characters and creatures, which is not unlike Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, in Dungeons and Dragons, you get way more experience for finding treasure than anything else, at least in first and second edition, which is the ones I'm most familiar with. Your AD&D anyway. Your travels uneventful. Spring Dance Plains. So let's check them out. All right, so this area here, it was not discovered before because we didn't get off the road, remember? Is this dangerous? It doesn't look all that dangerous. But only the compendium knows for sure. Where is it? Did I miss it? Oh, it's here. They're not in alphabetical order. Okay. I see. Spring Dance Plains, level 5 to 5, danger medium. This is good. This is a good place for us to hang out. Nothing we want. Let's pull up the Black Sun problem. A brownie. Oh, that's cool. You don't run into brownies much, do you? That's something you just don't find much. Very weak, of course. I would be surprised if there was anything else. So let's talk to the old brownie. And he won't give me anything. Darn him. Thank you, Seedborne, for putting brownies in this game. Search the wagon. Didn't find anything. Let's go. All right, let's head back toward the raiders then. Food merchant. Yeah, let's look at that. Strawberries, eggs, and cheese, a fish pie. Do we dare barter for lower prices? Hey, we do. And it pays off. Let's buy something. Let's buy the strawberry. Is that all we can do? We can just buy one thing? Okay, I guess so. Unfortunately, we are in Black Sun Raiders territory now. Footwear, what do you got? Nothing we want. Let's leave. A powerful Black Sun Raiders bandit grunt is trying to rob you. So, factions. The grunt, it says powerful. But if we look at the locations, maximum level's 15. I think we can take this person. Let's just attack it. Okay, it's 19th level, so the compendium will lie to you. Okay? Let's hit it. We're gonna lose. Okay. No weaknesses. This is unfortunate. Oh boy, we get out by the skin of our teeth. Let's run. I know we're in Raiders territory, but run. They got our money. Let's look for medicinal flowers. So we don't know anything about that, so let's just move on. Let's move back this way. Get away from the Black Sun Raiders for a little bit. Run. We are coming so close to death. It's not even funny. Oh, strawberries are mana? Okay. I wouldn't have bought that then. Eat all of our apples. Ooh, this is dangerous as heck. Run! This is so bad. I think the compendium just straight up lies. Run. Run. Okay, we're finally out of Black Sun Raiders territory. Let's threaten this guy. He ignored my threats and stole my shield. Let's attack him. 8th level. Battle of attrition. Do I still get my shield? Do I get to keep my shield? No, it just disappears forever. Well, that kind of sucks. Oh well. Let's rest. We don't have much choice but to rest until full health here, because we're out of healing items. We can't speak Elvish. Let's run from the elf. Make him think we're loony. Okay, now. Let's go back over here, I guess, or see if there's anything in that area. I don't think that, let's watch this owl. You and the owl watch each other for a while. Eventually it flies away. Little peaceful moment. Carnivorous plant. Let's talk to it. The carnivorous plant stops to chat with you for a bit. Well, this is very cathartic. Not going to give me anything. Okay, fine. Feed me, Seymour. Let's talk to the mage. Gave me 29 gold. Okay. Oh, food. Good. Strawberry. I'm going to assume cheese is good. Peas pottage is probably good. Let's buy something, I guess. The peas pottage. Window shopper. Buy 10 items from merchants. What does it do? Health recovery 35. Boost dex for 10 minutes. That's good for us. Because we're Dexy. An apple tree. Let's investigate. Let's continue. I probably should have tried to chop it down, but I didn't. Let's move on. You see a fairy ring. This is new. Go around it, step into it to pick mushrooms. Let's pick mushrooms. No, we got plenty of mushrooms, and mana's not our thing. Let's just go around it. Try to open it. The chest is unlocked. In it, you see Ring of a Duelist. You take the Ring of a Duelist. +2 to one-handed weapons. Yes. We can always swap to our other talisman when needed. Talk. They want to talk to us. Could be in a trap. Could have been. We were lucky. For once. We've been pretty unlucky so far. A Lost Travel asks you for directions to Merchant Port. Sure. Cultist, run. 22nd level? No, don't think so. All right, see, here's a jump check. Another stampede. Let's, run. Our speed is 23. And I was trampled by the herd. God. Ugh. Sucks. We haven't found but one bee nest this whole time. Oops. Wrong button. We took a morality hit there. Let's drink the water. Sometimes that works. It did this time. Okay, so there's nothing really down here. I'll tell you what, I've been going for quite a while now. I need to take care of some other things here around the house. I think I'm going to call it a stream for now. Thanks, Cal, for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And thanks everyone else who's been watching. And for those of you who've been watching the VOD later, be sure you like the video before you go and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to become a Roost member, we have several options available for that. Click the join button under the video to get started. And if you'd like to hang out with us on Discord, there's an invite link in the description down below. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful day wherever you are, whenever you are. Thanks again, Kyle, for hanging out with me and everyone else in the chat. And we'll try to get another live stream going before too much longer. For now, I'll bid you adieu. Remember, wherever you are, whenever you are, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.